Well, hello. I'm using my controller. Get out of here. You wanna hang out? Alright, I'm Kiko. You're going to die. Humor me. Why did you become a soldier? What are you doing? Trying to get to know you. Listen, Nanaricho. I'm waiting to execute the Labagu. Not have a therapy session. I didn't mention therapy. Don't try to entrap me. You know what I meant. I just want to know about your military background. Sorry, that's not too much to ask. Binan Kase Fame Est in Kosbar. My parents died in the war when I was 9. I was orphaned in the army of the New Knight. Became a child soldier mastering guerrilla warfare. 13, I led an insurgency through the home country to push your lover, Dane Harmony, out of my country. You were deceived by him and nearly allowed him to destroy the syndicate. Now here I am talking to you and wishing I was dead. Do you like killing? I'm not a murderer, I'm a soldier. Same thing. To a double killer like you, maybe. Lives aren't everything you think they are, not a ritual. War changes what a life is. You point a weapon at a person, and you're no longer human. You've lost your humanity. Goodbye, Nanaricho. +2. Nanaricho, is there something else? No, it's nothing. Need your help, Kiko. No one has anything on the DSM. Surely the head of the military keeps an eye on people. Fine, Nanaricho, I'm not one for gossiping. This is a time of crisis, so I'll tell you what we know. We, the god, just as marshals, keep it up. My marshals have told me they've seen Lydia and Sam meeting in secret at the farm. Why the farm? At Chebu Saya Abundi? Aduni Nabi? This is your job, investigator? What farm are you talking about? How did Henry... Oh, I know. Sure, I've had the helmet at. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming or hallucinating. Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. Did he? What if he didn't? Or hot? Analysis of the residue in the bars say that it was explosives. Starlight was wrong. Your little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. How did Henry escape if it was sedated? Rabagul played us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were the correct dosage. What if the demon tricked us, though? Demon could slow Henry's body down. The dosage of inhibitors needed would be lower. Demon maintains the act, and then when the time comes, he drops the pretense and makes his move. As soon as we go live again, they're just going again and starts having more issues. Why? What if I do this? How does overlay this? Okay, that good? Yeah. Maybe. Let me just reboot you. How about that? How about that? Restart. Because Shiloh. Alright. Is likely? Luckily, is anything then, Rachel? None that it matters is what happened. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one put prisoner that was supposed to be sedated. When I take a squad of marshals just to be sure, I'll admit hubris. Marshals do not come to the island with us. They engage in their final prayers, wanting them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Others are supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. During Henry's exorcism, 10 years ago, you left Grace Bloodline alone with him. Why are we talking about this, Nanaricho? How does this relate to the council murder? That's what I'm trying to find out. Yes, I made a mistake. This seems to be a pattern. Tell me about the message you got from Carmelina on the day of Henry's exorcism. What message? Carmelina sent you a message telling you to leave Grace alone with Henry. No, she didn't. I have a copy of the message right here. Someone's giving you false evidence, Nanaricho. Architect was there that day, but she didn't tell me to do anything. She doesn't have authority over me. Then why did you step out of the room? Consider the scene of the prisoner secure. You need to make sure that the architect was safe. Corrupted areas are full of danger. Hidden mystery is that you're trying to expand the responsibilities of the marshals. You wanted the full exorcism into the duties of the marshals. Why do you open? I swear I had you not open on startup. Whatever. Sure would be helpful if a demonic threat killed our exorcist. To kill you for that accusation. What can you tell me about the guards at the First Holy Seal? Soldiers of honor, my two most trusted soldiers. How did Henry get the jump on the two highly ranked marshals? You judge and mock when you haven't lived through heck, Manricho. Demon is a vile foe, unpredictable, frenzied, blood crazed. My marshals will have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It is impossible to know how each act or fights. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? Judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. Protested, but they deserve better than to be poked by someone paying a plain detective. Can I see your sword? There has better be a stunning reason why you're asking, Nanaricho. Checking a lead about with a weapon used to murder the marshals. Do not disgrace the memory by chasing wild theories. Keiko, Numa Kandus, Nabun Investigator. Here, the sword has been seen some use, the blade is nicked. A nicked blade is consistent with the neck wounds on the marshals. Thank you, Kiko. You think this knife used to kill the First Holy Seal marshals was the one taken by Henry? Okay, I'm talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Can you describe it? Smooth bladed combat knife. Positive about the smoothness of the blade. Lazosisterus hasn't been used before now. Old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. What happened with the prisoners you removed from the Barracks prison? Classified, Nanaricho? I disagree. Why were they removed? Investigator, they were being processed before the slaughter ritual. We don't just open the prison gates and let them wander over the temple. They were removed before the slaughter ritual. What happened to them? They were processed and returned to their cells. Logs don't show them being returned. You don't have access to the full martial network, so you can't prove that. You also get the question, how are my army? That you involved, Captain Voth? My God, don't you dare speak about my marshals without proper rank. You were in a relationship with them. Relationships between myself and the marshals are especially forbidden. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Watch yourself, Nanaricho. A lot of murder has happened on this island. Wouldn't anyone notice some Pizda investigator going missing? Took a blood sample from the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records. What Rahat is this now? I don't think those dead bodies are marshals. You told the Rahat investigator. Do you want to die? Starlight ran the samples. Are you saying? I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator is wrong. Starlight connects to the central syndicate. It's wrong. Why hasn't the maintenance grade checked before the council entered the building? It was several days ago. It hasn't been tampered with, and you and your marshal didn't catch it. It's a security breach on your watch. I'll look into it. A little late now. Did you see Crimson last night? I don't know if you realized, Nanaricho, but I had my hands full last night. I don't know where Crimson was. Go ask her. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? I had my hands full last night. Nanaricho wasn't keeping tabs on the happy couple. Did you see Witness to the end last night? He was at his apartment. My marshal secured him when Henry escaped. Go and ask him about that. What do you know about Second Holy Seal? I know the Labagoy and the cell got through it and killed the council. I also know you're wasting time in not executing him. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? Did she Contezia Astra? Sorry, I said what does it matter? Whatever it is, the Labagoy got through it and needs to be executed. Cyril's trivia set to a duty. Nanaricho? I don't like this. Thanks for your help. Know anything about demons on the island? We exterminated them, Nanaricho. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know this Labagoy went through it and killed the council. What do you know about the Henry's possession? What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? What do you wanted, Nanaricho? Told you about his possession. Why wasn't he executed when he was arrested? Why he posed a threat to the island? He was stupid. The demon wouldn't die with them. The demon would escape into the island. So why execute him at the end of the island? Why not let him blink out of existence with the old island? That's the way it is. Nanaricho criminals get theirs. He's a victim. He didn't want the demon to possess him. What do you know? You sure didn't invite the demon in and got deceived by a god? Don't forget that. And Varese. I'll come back later. May you reach the moon. This is where Henry started from, according to Akiko. Claims to be broke free at 2352. He was found at 0003. So they can crush the numbers. Then times don't match up. Good and never broken free, made it to the penthouse and breached all four holy seals, killed the council, and have got back to the penthouse entrance to be found in time. Akiko claims. Possible time frame. Henry?
Who the fuck are you?
The prime suspect, citizen born Dorina Division 27 years ago, father unknown. Arrested multiple times by the marshals for assault, robbery, arson, and torture. Imprisoned in the desolation cell after killing his mother during his possession 10 years ago. Intellectual, intellectual and creative, but finds it difficult to apply himself. Struggled through schoolwork until he became aware of demonology and suddenly developed an interest in the occult mathematics.
Who the fuck are you?
Sure.
An investigator, I want to ask you some questions about last night. Okay, let's have a chat, a talk, and let's sit down.
Sure.
Let's start with your history. You're a citizen born in this island 27 years ago. No one knows who your father is. That's weird, isn't it, investigator? And the kid flips control the whole island, but you don't know who flipped my mom. The DNA check, not nothing. You've been in and out of the Marshall Detention Center more times than anyone else. Fighting robbery, arson, torture, and then finally got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
Got it.
Broke the law and started communicating with the gods.
Crime.
I had to forbidden because the psychic pathway opened allowed demons, other alien races to enter our reality and corrupt this island. Grew up without a dad in the synthetic island in a different reality. Forced to worship gods that were want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some flips started giving me books on demonology. I said I was gifted astral communicator or some crap.
Got it.
And you don't know who that was? Are you flipping deaf? Sounds like I need to look into this. I know who it was. Sounds like I need to look into this.
I have a bad
Going to
feeling
need a
about
drink after
this.
this. Going to need.
Crime is
Stop it.
sure.
Couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings and a demon possessed you. Cosmic radiation poured out of you, and now we have the dead zone. Demon possessed you when you healed your mother and Gretch bloodlines are chief exorcist.
Whatever you fucking say.
I understand this is hard, but you're the victim of possession.
Whatever you fucking say.
The frick do you understand? I don't even know you. What do you know about demons? I used to be the head of the Paradise Psycho Unit. My investigators touched on gods and demons. Not my investigations used to be. Let a god get into my head, and he almost wiped the silence out. I was exiled. Poetic, two lawbreakers, what could go wrong?
What fucking
Are we
ever?
going to flip and get down to some actual questioning or what?
Got it.
Before that, tell me about the demon inside of you.
Are you
I had 10 years of this
fucking
flipping thing
kidding
right
me?
writhing around inside me. Glass shards in my bones, blood boiling, flesh of fire. Been a real flipping party. How does the demon make you act? Body used to be real pretty. Now look at me. I'm gray husk covered in this demonic crap. Sizzles to constantly cook my flesh. 10 years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. Has had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behavior.
Whatever you fucking say.
Got any flipping questions on what? Let's talk, Henry.
The
Need to know more about you. Tell me about your childhood. You know the usual enslaved, forced to worship nightmare gods, this kind of thing. How do you people sleep at night? You abduct us from our real world and use us as cattle. The whole thing is messed up. What? 24 islands and we're no closer to our goal. All we've done is churn through citizens and lose each other to murder and demonic invasions. Why are you here? The cycle will continue one way or another. I'm trying to make the best I can.
Whatever you
Whatever.
fucking say.
What's your motive for killing the consul? That a joke, investigator?
Are you
Syndicate
fucking
flips,
kidding
drag the
me?
citizens from the real world onto your crap hole island and treat us like cattle. Why we worship your gods while you leash our psychic energy.
Not
I hate you, I hate the Syndicate, I hate your council. That's my motive. I don't know anyone else. Especially all you Syndicate flips. What about the demon side of you? I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision.
I don't like this.
Did it make you kill? This decade. Demon wants to see this island scourged and allocate him. Did you kill the council of martial guards? I don't remember. I've been told I killed them. Maybe I did. Memory is fleeting like mirages in the desert that disappear when I get too close. Do you remember anything about the night? New Night?
That's weird.
New Night, the warrior goddess? My mind's like a desert covered in fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk towards them to latch on. My memory about last night is different. There's nothing there, no fog, no desert, just an expanse. Except I can see New Night.
Sure.
Did someone say New Night to you last night? No, I don't know. Maybe I think I saw a goddess. I saw a goddess. Was this before or after you were found by the marshals? I don't flip and no investigator. Why don't you go and find out instead of making me do your job? Did you go through the barracks last night? Why are you asking? The only statue of New Knight is in the barracks. Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating. You nailed it.
I'm shocked.
You flip an idea how that happened. What everyone is saying about what you did last night might be wrong. Some excitement finally. Did you see Yuri last night? Who the flip is that?
Fucking say.
Did he give you the books? Tell me about how you escaped. You flip and tell me, investigator. Can't remember. Can you remember anything before you escaped? Agitation, screams inside me. They woke me up for the first time in years.
That's
Screams.
weird.
There was a burst of them. My whole body felt like I was on fire. Wanted to burst out of the world.
Sure.
Any idea what causes? It's your flipping job to find out. Did you go through the second holy seal? The what? Did you go to the plateau and barely known planet in space to get it? What can you tell me about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? I killed her, didn't I? You were found guilty of it. Then why the flip are you talking? You know I did it.
The facts and the
Go to the Did you go through the block on the council building? What is that, what does the one in the armor say? Go, that you killed the council, so you went through the holy seals. There you go then. The memory, Found your blood in the lock that pushed you at the scene. Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born? Did your mother know him? I think Sylvia never talked about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of it talking about him. Find my father? I mean, do you know the name Ice Kwame? Never heard of him. Is my dad? What's like it? Is he a good man?
Sorry.
He took his own life a few years ago. I'm sorry. Flippin' perfect. At least he doesn't know what his son did. Allegedly did. What flippin' ever. Tell me about how you ended up like this. What's to tell? A bored kid finds his calling, gets punished for it. Calling being illegally communicating with the gods and causing a demonic invasion. We all need a hobby. And now I'm here. You've got a locked up safe in your apartment. Can I get into it? Yes, flipped investigator. Thanks. That. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? Of course I saw her. She was supposed to execute me, right? I don't remember a flippant thing about, but that's what was supposed to happen, right? Did you see Crimson last night? Who the flip is that? Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? Who the flip is that? Did you see Witness at the end last night? Oh, I do know about that. Lois, I know so much. My mind is bursting with knowledge about whatever you're talking about. Flip off. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? No, what the flip is that? One of the bear and nurses said, get with the programming. I don't remember. I don't know what the flip you're talking about. Know anything about the demon on the island? Besides me, no. Just a minute. Just you wait. Lydia and Sam are ready, and so is Crimson. Now you're ready. I got some new information. There's nothing in your report about Henry seeing New Knight during his escape. Babbling of a Labagu for the spy demon. Only one statue of New Knight on the island, correct? Why does it matter? Where is it? Why do you care? Just answer the question. The statue is in the barracks. The goddess only gives her attention to the soldiers. So how could Henry have seen it last night? Couldn't have the barracks for security, spouting gibberish to confuse your Nanaricho. He's going to ask Akiko. Did you take him to the barracks last night? Are you out of your mind? You think I helped him escape? Nonsense. Goodbye, Nanaricho. When you found Henry, did you see a bloody bottle laying around? The Spectaca Vorbesti? What bottle? There wasn't any bottle. Why are you wasting time? I saw nothing. This is just the blood in Henry's stomach has been administered artificially. Of course not. Stop dragging this out with your stupid theories. I'll be back. Bye. That was the fun. Still have one more Sinji to find. He'd be in the tunnel. I can go look real quick. Ho ho ho. Ho 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 ho. Sinji, you down here, dog? I'm gonna go with no. Ho 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 ho. Why aren't you sitting evenly? There we go. Lydia. Oh, Samuel. Samuel. Some daybreak. Hang out. Sponsor all drink. Might alone okay again? Need the time? Me this time? Whatever you recommend. As ball you had last time was allowed you to savor it for longer, but it was chilled the colder the drink, the less you can taste it. Hope you enjoy the pure taste of this blend. Delicious. Will be a budding of this island, night alone in the vortex blend, maybe you can try it next time. Single malts? But no whiskey requires a fusion of single malts, but on this island I have focused there and everything blended instead of single malts. It's important to protect all areas of your repertoire, isn't it? What's Lydia's drinking these days? She enjoys to drink while she paints. She chooses something appropriate for the piece. Enjoys all the different ways of serving, and like a lot like you, LD. Something to be enjoyed in the evening. What about the next island? It's important to breathe. The new island in. Learn about this craft or drink. Learn about it a craft. Learn about it a craft, a drink that can only be born on that island. Islands give the drinks so much character, don't they? Make it to the next island. Gotta go, Sam. I'll catch you later.
I am under
Something we should talk about, Lady. Something troubling.
The
You
investigation.
have something that you want to tell me, investigator? Sorry, I wasn't truthful. I was holding the flesh for someone. Isn't the original Sammy? Why do you have god flesh? Asked him to store for someone. It was a witness.
Sure.
Why did the witness ask you to store the flesh? He came to me and said he needed to be stored. Didn't tell me anything else. A lot of people are over here accusing the stinking witness. He just accepted it without question. I didn't know what it was, did I? Just gave me a box and said it needed to be kept a secret. For the good of the syndicate, wasn't it?
I have a bad feeling.
Didn't strike you as suspicious? Witness is an old friend. You'd do anything for an old friend, wouldn't you?
Is this a fact?
Suspicious as heck, Sammy. That's the truth, isn't it? I have no idea. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? Kiko didn't see her, I'm afraid. LD, you should ask her yourself, shouldn't you? Is there anything you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? You've been to this license hall yet, LD. You should ask Kiko, shouldn't you? Goodbye, Sammy. Go finish off Crimson. Skirt. Crimson acid. Time for a chat, Crimson. You still read much, lady? Not a lot to read in the other lands. Let me give you this. One of our citizens was brought on the island with carrying a few volumes of it. It's my brand new favorite. I'm sure manga obtained.
That's strange.
Negoshi's helicopter. Humble designer dreams about flying a helicopter through the city. Looks good. Does he achieve his goal? You need to read it to find out. What did you miss most in the exile? You guys. Old gang, we lived in the shadow of original settled gods. Praise be, of course, but you guys made it better. It was a different time back then. The islands were a mess, but it was us against the world. Syndicate got too comfortable, too predictable. That's why the last thing happened. A lot of good times in these old islands. Immortality was a fun thing to experiment with, endless possibility. People started settling down, though. Didn't that because you got exiled? Is it about me getting married? Partly all the syndicate got boring in one way or another.
I have my ways.
Monster Rat started cracking the whip. Building better islands. Kiko got a stick up her butt. Doom Jazzle knows so many tricks. Gaijin got married and found happiness, but you left me behind.
Sorry.
I didn't realize. I thought we were just fooling around. We were enjoyed it, but I wanted it to last longer. All good things come to an end, Crimson. That's in the past now. The world turns. I get it. It was good talking to you after all this time, but we need to keep it business from now on. All wounds and all that. Understood. Enrapturing manga obtained. Crimson's favorite manga. Goshi's helicopter is the story of a mild-mannered designer that dreamed of flying a helicopter through the city. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? I didn't see Kiko last night. You should speak to her. Anything else to be about Henry's moves last night? Nothing on it more than what Kiko says. Thank you. Lydia. Lydia Daybreak. Wanna hang? Let's ride, LD.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
What's good to eat on this island? The deep factory nailed the meat this time, the synthetic meat, that is. Notice how there's no livestock on the island, the deep factory gets expanded. All the meat is made from a culture of or bugs. There are huge caverns full of bug breeding and the meat growing operations. Does it taste like good? Real good Yuri always claims it doesn't taste like the real thing, but he's just that type. He's to pick up a dread each time, and a bullcrap that comes out of his mouth is out of control. Thing is a wine connoisseur dude who live on the synthetic island where the grapes are grown underground in the lab. Isn't high-end stuff. I told Sammy about all the whiskey one time. Yeah, tried to send me all about whiskey one time. Sammy re-announced the violence. I thought your hero was about to get denied picking to the eye. Sorry, LD, didn't mean to go off. He drives me crazy. Even only one, he's new to me. I was chewing all this. Appreciate it. Drop you at the beach again. Perfect. So you and Samir went away. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? Nope.
Now, Elfie.
Anything else need to be behind Raid moves last night? For real? He needs to pick a ticket. Go. Bye. Thanks. Bye. We can go talk to one last kiss before we're over here. Maybe Henry will have more information on the way back down. Then Lydia. Lydia. Yeah. Yeah. The opulent cigarette. This should be your third one, right? Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world until the island ends. Syndicate worth saving? As for you to decide for better or for worse, the crime happened, the Syndicate was on the straight path. Now the path branches, the truth we believe in will determine the fate of the Syndicate. Which branch do you think we should take? Weed out the corruption, the Syndicate has no place for paranoia or conspiracy. We have a holy cause, we have forgotten that. We are in the position to craft the perfect society. Perfection. I hope we can. You carry the responsibility on your shoulders, not just to find the guilty, but determine if we need the guilty for the greater good. I'm not sure it's okay to let the guilty go free because they can help us craft the future. You don't believe in rehabilitation?
Sure.
More than anyone, but if there any of the syndicate were involved with the killing of the council, they're a threat to the whole society. You have some difficult decisions to make, investigator. Thank you, one last kiss. Did you see Henry while you were floating around the island last night? Did I? Didn't I? I don't want to say. Why? That's the key to this whole thing. You need to investigate it yourself. What can you tell me about the sigils scorched into Henry's skin? Demons speaking in arcane tongues. During the possession of the demon is screaming in rage. The victim screams in the tongue of the demon, but the noises humans are capable of making are too limited. You cannot pronounce demonic languages when you don't have the vocal range or understanding. Sometimes a demon's psychic force wills the words into existence. This can take a number of forms, telepathy, unearthly sounds, loss of vision, and so on. In Henry's case, the white rage of the demon caused the sigils to be scorched in his body. His body was burned from the inside. Insides are probably destroyed. His physical form is being held together by this demon. Did the sigils affect anyone else? Those he comes into contact with will also have them scorched into them. Kind of contract. Strong embrace. The skin needs to be pressed against another's skin for several seconds. The sigils were found drawn on blood in the crime scene. Would Henry have done these? Drawing is an expression of the human mind. When you draw, you communicate. When you draw, you communicate with something into your mind outwards. Demon has already found a way to express his emotions outward by scorching Henry's body. Demon already has a canvas, doesn't need another one. So why are those symbols on the scene? That's for you to find out. Investigator I'm only an expert in demons, not crime scenes. Could the demon make Henry draw them? Demon does not control Henry, causes him to act, but he chooses how to act. Do you see the difference? Like a boss that tells you what to do and not how to do it. Precisely, if Henry were to do that, he'd be doing it under his own volition. I don't know about you, but I can't draw characters from a language I don't understand. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? Speak to the Grand Marshal investigator, see if you believe her. Thank you. To, Brother Bob. See if Sam's ready.
Fancy a drink?
You know me.
Fancy a
This is my other blend of LD Vortex. I trust neat is okay. This one has a punchier taste. That sure hits you. I don't serve this many guests. They find it too much. It is harder to appreciate, but you don't understand. You understand, don't you, LD? Do you miss being an assassin? That doesn't interest me anymore, LD. What'd you calling for so long? Being an assassin hurts too many people. I have a new calling, a new crowd, can't you see? Do you miss a Paradise Psycho unit? Every day being an investigator completes me.
my only
That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink can change a life. It's better than taking a life, isn't it? If someone didn't take a life, it wouldn't be here having this conversation. That's true, isn't it? I have enjoyed our conversations, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly.
What the hell?
Is there less chat? I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to this bar one last time. So many memories. And a pleasure, Sam. Take care, won't you, LD? Always. Max level for Samuel. Philosophy of Barmaster. Lydia. Then we'll talk to Akiko and Henry, and then go back. Well, then I'll do slash marker, I think. And we have Aaron's will be on around 10, so we have another part to do. Then we'll get a drink in the, after I finish this one. I'm working them chops. Don't bounce. Lydia Daybreak. Let's roll it, LD.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Think you could ever go back to your old life? You mean being an assassin? Asking because of the case? I had to know things changed while I was away. You shouldn't have to ask, LD. I told you that life was long gone. What happened to us? You would never have asked that in the old days. World turns, Lydia. Everyone is a suspect. Whatever we're done. Kick me out, man. She hates me now. Let's go. Sweep. Frick. Oh wow, we're gonna spawn over there anyways. It's a shortcut. Okay, go. D80 still? Got a minute, Kiko. You going to die? You remember me? Do you do anything outside of soldiering? Why are you so interested in to know? We're all part of the syndicate. I'm trying to establish a friendship. Why would I want to have a friendship with a Dubadile? Cool like you. Friends and relationships expand our worldview. We also provide comfort and support. Tikalos, just tell me what's something about yourself. Do you have any pet? A pet, find 2 goldfish. There we go, we're getting somewhere. Siesta de los. What are their names? I'm not telling you that. What drew you to fish? Did you have them as a kid? In the barracks, just after I was taken by the new new army, looked after them while I adjusted the military life. Missed those days. Where is no place for children Prost. I did what I had to. What about? That's it, I'm done no more. Goodbye.
Ooh.
Is something else that could go? Nothing? Okay, I'm gonna probe you. It seemed like something that you wanted to say earlier. It was nothing unreachable.
Test me.
They were both busy. Do you know something about someone on the island? Finds about Crimson? What about her? Came to me in secret and asked about becoming a marshal.
trying to
News information that lately Nanaricho used to be a fine soldier who was blessed by the gods for a role in repelling the 19th island invasion. I'm the only syndicate member allowed to be a marshal. There's nothing I could do for her.
That
Why are you telling me this, Henry Jones suspect? Henry did it, Nanaricho, no doubt. I'm just telling you that there may be someone that would benefit from him doing it. Look into it, thank you, Kiko. Go back and talk to Crimson in a minute. Henry Division. Talk Henry? What now? What is it like living as a citizen of the islands? Just well, non-stop praying and working. You were in school when you were possessed. You'll get an education, most of us don't need it. We're just going to be put to work down in the caverns. Some got crushed off his jobs, but the rest of us could slave her away. Maybe useless would resurrect your gods faster if any of us gave a crap. Kidnapping and enslaving people really isn't the way to get a crowd enthused about the prospect of reviving monsters from the other side of the cosmos.
Whatever you fucking say.
Back in a little bit. Talk to Crimson again. And come back here. Crimson Acid. Thank you. Well, we talked to One Last Kiss, I guess. If this wasn't faster. The fastest is probably the teleport, but I'm cool with this. We're gonna do that fancy smashy teleports. This your last one? Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world until the island ends. How do you deal with the corrupt ruling class? No society has ever worked out that out. The real world would be different places they had. Ruling class are more insidious than the gods. They corrupt all that by the touch. Mutilating society be something that only benefits them. For every ruler that meets the guillotine and that takes the place, society bursts them with no respite. Or no respite. What would you do? Change hearts to change minds? Hope you're right. I hope you can do it. Cycle will repeat until you do so. I have enjoyed our conversations, but you have a job to do. Paradise needs saving. I will assist you where I can. I'll investigate something for you. I don't need it anymore. Vintage watch. Thank you. Doesn't need it anymore. Anything new? The last 4 people? No? Okay. Mr. Kiko? I'm running. No, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. End of Paradise 3.